Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Figs enthusiasts alike, welcome to the Fighting with Figs podcast. I, of course, am the host. I am Brady, Book Brady, Bruiser Brady, Brady is better, and so on. And today, my guest is the man who met the TNT champion, has over 4,500 followers across various social medias, got over 20,000 views on YouTube combined, part of the TikTok club, owner of BBW, former WFE champion, co-host of the Count Out Figs podcast, available on WWB's YouTube. The 15-year-old, welcome Jack, aka BalorBoy Figs. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for having me.
I'm great. Uh, I had to do some digging across your social medias to get all that information. yeah,
Yeah. Thank you, bro.
yeah,
Crazy. 20,000 views. Wow.
yeah. And I just looked. You joined August 2020, so just a little over a year, a couple months over a year, over
Yes.
20,000.
Mhm.
That's crazy.
I know. I can't believe it myself.
So what I like to do is I go into personal questions that I think of, then questions like just random wrestling questions, and then we'll
Okay.
go to the games and then the fan questions. So
Okay.
first,
Sounds like a
um,
plan.
I watched Willie 8 months ago, and I met a whole lot of TikTokers while I met him because like mutual friends, whatever.
Mhm.
And what I like to ask is, how did you get into Willie Finesse? Because that's how I met you. So how did you get into Willie Finesse?
So, Willie Finesse is pretty much the reason I started TikTok and everything. So, I mean, I originally seen him on TikTok before I made the BalorBoy Figs account, like the original one. On my other main account, I would see him on my For You page with the figures in his attic. And I was like, oh, this guy's really cool. So I gave him a follow. And I would keep watching him. And then he would go live on TikTok sometimes. So I watched those. And, I kind of just, started to watch Willie more. And, it revived my passion for pig feeding and figures in general. So then I started talking to Willie more when he would invite me into his lives, and I guess you could say we got closer as friends. And yeah, here I am today.
Yeah, so like were you in his original account or like the one that he has now? TikTok.
No, I was in the original before it got or before he deleted it. I
Mhm.
was in the original.
That's cool. Just real quick, speaking of Willie Finesse, as of recording, it is his birthday, so I'll just like to say happy
Yes.
birthday.
Yes, happy birthday, Willie. Have an awesome day, man.
Yeah. Okay. Back to WFE. A lot of people have different opinions on different people, promo wise, booking wise, just like personal wise. I want to know
Yeah.
your WFE top five wrestlers.
Okay. I know I'm going to get hated for this, but I do want to put myself in that top 5 because I'm a WFE champion.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to put this in order because I don't have a specific order, but I'd say maybe me, definitely Ghost, Matt Irvin, EBF, and AFWE.
Valid list. Yeah. And honestly, I don't even care that you put yourself in it because you had such a great career so far. So
Thank you.
I would put you in there. Next.
Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah. So I saw you got banned on your other account. So I just wanted to know how many times you've been banned and your recent ban, how many followers you had at the time.
it. So, I originally got banned on my original account, which I was almost at 2,000. I think I had 1,800 followers. And I think after that, my account would go strong for a couple days to a week and it would get banned. I think I got banned over 4 times. And then I stopped showing my face on TikTok, and right now I'm sitting at 2.9. Yeah, like 29,020 something. So I'm almost at 3K. Thank
Yeah,
you guys.
I think it was like, yeah, you're like 29, 20 something. I saw you're so
Hmm.
close.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got all the followers back plus some, which I think's good.
Yeah.
And looking through your account, I was looking at your pinned videos and your theme, your custom theme song. And of course, other than Finn Balor, do you have any inspiration for making the theme?
I actually didn't make it. Actually, Damien made it for me. Damien Wrestling Figures.
That
Um, but it's good because if nobody knew, Tommaso Ciampa is my second favorite wrestler. So Tommaso's theme was my theme until Damien added the little Finn Balor beat, and it's really good.
yeah, I do like it. Okay, I'm just gonna ask you now some questions, just like general wrestling
Yeah.
questions. First, your favorite current superstar.
Well, this won't come as a shock, but definitely Finn Balor.
Oh, I wouldn't have guessed that one. Your favorite all-time superstar.
Finn Balor.
So, your favorite current woman.
This is a hard one because I like a lot. This is hard. Shayna Baszler. She needs a push, man.
She is
She's so
so
under.
underrated. I used to love her in NXT.
I still love her, but she's so underrated.
Yeah. Um.
Probably Shayna or Io Shirai. Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Your favorite woman all time.
All time. Ooh, this is hard. Mm, gosh. Probably the Bellas.
The Bella Twins.
Yeah. I kind of grew up with all their I kind of grew up once they evaluated the Divas division.
Mm-hmm.
So they were always the top woman for me. So,
Yeah.
you know, and with the whole feud with the Bellas, Team Bad and PCB, it really you know,
Yeah. Uh. I was a huge fan of PCB back then.
yeah, same.
Hey, Charlotte, Becky.
I love Team Bad too. I loved all the teams. It just, you know,
Okay. So the big four, it's Rumble, Mania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. And in my opinion, WrestleMania is more for the moments, and SummerSlam is more of like the wrestling pay per view. So,
hmm
which one would you put over? So, like, which one's your favorite, Mania or SummerSlam?
I mean, for me, it's just gotta be Mania.
Yeah, I especially like it now that it's 2 nights. It's not like
Yeah,
as
I
bad.
like that too.
Yeah. Okay. So, what's your favorite title belt of all
Like
time?
design.
Just it could be design. It could be like the history. Like, what's your favorite title belt ever?
My favorite design was the purple strap cruiserweight title. I
That
love the design for some reason.
that was
But
so nice.
yeah, my
Yeah.
favorite title in general. Man, this is hard. It's obviously like a tie for me between the WWE and the Universal title
Yeah.
because those are two of the biggest titles. So
Yeah. What's it called? The Universal is more of a newer belt. It's 5 years old. Yeah, it's 5 years
yeah,
old now. But you can't
that's crazy
deny
to
a
think
lot of
about.
great people held it. I
Yeah,
remember watching Finn Balor win it.
yeah,
I was so
same.
happy
And I
that day.
literally freaked out. I was jumping up and down, and then the next night he had to relinquish it,
I
unfortunately.
know. That was sad. and then he never got back at the spot. But
Yeah.
hopefully, he's on Raw now.
Yeah. And I'm not complaining that Owens won it either because he had a good title reign.
Yeah, I wasn't really a fan of him at the moment because like he was a heel, but
Yeah,
like
same.
looking back, he was like Kevin Owens
Yeah.
is always great when he holds a belt.
Yeah. Like, that's how I feel about a lot of these things. Like, I never looked at heels the way I should have looked at them. Now, like when I think about it, like, wow, Jinder Mahal's WWE title reign was actually good. You know?
That's controversial. But yeah, that's different.
Well, I mean, he was a good heel. Like, his title reign wasn't bad. Like, it wasn't the greatest, but like it wasn't terrible.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, but in my opinion, I just hated him how he just like walked in, al- almost squashed Nakamura and just walked out, beat Orton so
Yeah.
many times. I was just like not a fan of him at the time. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I get that.
All right, so who is your least favorite superstar currently?
Whew. Jackson Riker.
He's boring.
He is just everything about him makes me mad.
I can't deny he's like what he looked like a couple years ago to now. He's really like buff, like he jacked up, but
Hmm.
he's
But
just
he's just
not.
so boring, and he's just
Yeah.
there. He's like a downgrade from Mojo Rawley.
Wow, that's an insult, but it's true. It's true, but it's a huge insult.
He's more boring than Kurt Hawkins.
At least Hawkins had something to go off of that he never
Yeah.
won. He
Yeah.
was underrated too.
Mhm.
Okay, so Jackson Riker is your least favorite currently. Who's your least favorite of all time?
Ooh, this is hard too.
There-
Um.
There's been a lot of people going in and out of WWE.
Yeah. There's been a lot of hatred for these people. I don't honestly know if I can answer that because there's not just like one person like I've like hated of all time. Like because it's just not coming to my mind right now that I've hated someone for like ever.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I see
I'll
where
hate
you're coming
someone
from.
here and there, but I think eventually when I hate someone, I like them.
Yeah.
Because the only reason I would hate them is if they were a heel and
Yeah, I remember like when Rusev was feuding with Cena, I hated Rusev's gut.
oh, I hated
Oh my
Rusev.
god. And now like Miro's cool. I mean, he's
Mhm.
not the best in AEW, but he's most certainly not the worst. Like I like Miro.
Mhm. Yeah.
I like Sammy too. Glad he won the championship.
Yeah, I'm so glad Sammy beat him. I'm not a Miro fan, to be honest.
Yeah. Uh, Okay. So we're in October. 2021 is winding down. Looking forward to 2022.
Yes.
So far, what was your favorite match of 2021?
In just wrestling?
Yeah.
Ooh, this is hard. I've had a lot of favorite matches. Hmm,
If you can't think
let's
of
just
one, you can name a couple.
no, yeah, I just remembered. I was watching it the other day. The Young Bucks versus Lucha Bros. That All Out.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a banger.
Yeah, that match went crazy.
That was amazing.
So, next. Factions. There's been a lot of them, a lot of good ones, a lot of terrible ones.
Yes.
Out of all of them, which one's been your favorite?
Bullet Club for sure. Bullet Club / Elite.
Like
One of the reasons I fell in love with Finn Balor. It is such a great stable. Just
when
amazing.
he was the prince back in NJPW.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Finn Balor. can't deny the coup de grace is an amazing finisher.
Oh
It's
yeah, for sure.
realistic. It's crazy. Which
Hmm.
is your favorite finisher of all time?
My favorite finisher, it's either mm, the pan. I gotta go with the Panama Sunrise. It's just such a good finisher.
Yeah, when the Canadian Destroyer, that
Yeah,
that moves like
yeah.
next level.
When it
That's
hits,
crazy.
it's just like, oh.
Yeah, always gets a pop.
Hmm.
So there's been a lot of these in WWE, AEW starting to make their own stipulations. Which one's
Yeah.
your favorite?
Out of the AEW stipulations,
AEW and then your favorite WWE.
AEW, I have to go with. Well, I like a lot of their new stipulations. Like I like how they do the casino themes.
Yeah.
Like I like anything that has a Joker, but I most certainly did enjoy the barbed wire death match. Now
Oh,
that's amazing.
yeah.
Except for the part where they botched the explosion.
The fireworks.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm a fan of the Stadium Stampede, but
Oh yes, that is a great match as well. I was watching that the other day too. What the heck?
next. So there's been arguably you can say Kenny Omega talk about that match, but there's been a lot of overrated people, so to speak. Who do you think is the most overrated wrestler ever?
Ooh, God. Man, overrated. This is like sounds like hard to think about.
Yeah,
Man,
it's like the person you hate the most. It's kind of like that. It's hard.
I don't hate them, but I'd say overrated.
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to hate them. Like Damien,
Yeah,
he said Triple H to it.
yeah, he's right too. What was I gonna say? Oh, I forgot. I feel like Hulk Hogan is a little overrated.
I a million times agree with you.
I think the only reason people like highlight Hulk Hogan's career is because he suplexed Andre the Giant.
Yeah,
That's it. Like when
his
you
thing.
ask someone, like, "Oh, why was Hulk Hogan so good?" Oh, cause he suplexed Andre the Giant. And
Yeah,
there's a lot of people nowadays. Well, not a lot, but there's very few people nowadays that could do that too.
and actually, Hulk Hogan was never the first person to body slam. He was just the first person in WWE.
Ah, well, there you go.
I think it was Harley Race suplexed him before.
Mm.
But yeah, like you can't tell me nobody
Mhm.
has a favorite Hulk Hogan match. Unless it's versus Andre, nobody has a favorite Hulk Hogan
Yeah.
match.
No. Yeah. For sure.
Okay, a more easier question. Who do you think is the most underrated wrestler?
This is hard. I gotta give it to. I have a couple. Uh,
Okay, list them.
Ricochet for sure. I think that's an obvious.
Yes.
Mustafa Ali.
He was great in 205 Live.
I know. And Cedric Alexander for sure.
Yeah, WWE does not know how to book
Mm,
cruiserweights.
seriously.
Like they could be so great. They ruined 205 Live. It was so great. And
Hmm.
like now I don't think anybody watches it.
I don't think it's even going on anymore. Actually, I think the
Um
cruiserweight title is just the NXT cruiserweight title.
yeah, I know it's the NX it doesn't what's his name? Uh Rod, you have that Roderick Strong?
Oh yeah, I do have that.
Oh no, it's still going. I'm looking. They just had October 1st, 2021 was their
Yeah,
last show.
Roderick. Yeah, Roderick still has the cruiserweight title.
Yeah. So 205 Live still going on, I guess. I didn't know that.
Oh, it is. Oh.
Yeah, I just looked it up.
Hmm.
Okay. So, The Undertaker, classic, iconic, arguably one of the greatest just because of his streak.
Hmm.
Out of all his streak matches, which one is your favorite?
Definitely when he faced Shawn Michaels the first
At
time.
25?
Yes, that was
Yeah,
either
that's
that or when he got dethroned. Was
WrestleMania 30.
Yeah, both of those were great.
30 was my first ever WrestleMania, so I will always
Yeah,
think of that.
my first WrestleMania was 31.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't deny Brock was great, but also WrestleMania 25 was like arguably one of the greatest matches ever. So like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever gone to like a wrestling event in person?
Yeah, I actually just recently went to AEW Rampage as well.
Oh yeah. How many have you gone to like in total?
So that I think was my seventh or eighth live event. I went to WWE a lot as a kid, like maybe like
Yeah.
three live events, three Raws, and a payback.
Yeah, over where I am, like we get WWE once a year. So it's either
Yeah.
a live or a show. So like
Hmm.
I've only gone to three like televised shows because they're
Yeah.
not televised that much over here. But yeah, anything like notable or memorable at any of those shows?
Um. Oh, I went to the Raw where Brock Lesnar tore apart that car.
Oh, the one that we got, the
Yeah.
Slammobile.
No, when Brock
Oh,
Lesnar
the one with
the
like J&J
J and J
Security.
security. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that was. I remember watching that.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. Okay. Two more of these, and then we'll go into the underrated, overrated.
Yeah.
So there's been a lot of great people on the mic. Owens, Jericho, Rock, Heyman. Like I can name a bunch off the top of my head. Who is, in your opinion, who is the best on the mic?
Ooh. I love Samoa Joe on the mic.
Yeah,
I
he's.
don't think he's the best, but like off the top of my head, I just love Joe on the mic.
Yeah, I loved his when he was feuding with AJ.
Yeah,
Yeah, I used to love his promos then. Oh,
and just one time when he came out during that promo and just roasted everybody, it was like Orton, Ali, AJ, and yeah, it was like Orton, Ali, AJ. He was just roasting every. Oh, and Hardy.
yeah,
He just
and
had
like
some great underrated feuds, and he was
I
only
watched, I
champion.
watched the WWE. I think it was backstage the Fox show.
Hmm.
Yeah, when they did like the promo school thing, and he came out, like his promos aren't even scripted. Like he is just
Yeah,
off the top of his head. He's like so great.
yeah, he is just a master.
And then who do you think has or had the best gear of all time?
Man, best gears.
Yeah,
I love like maybe not the best of all time, like according to some people, but like my favorite kinds of gears are like Ricochet and Ali gears with like the red and like the blue and the white patterns.
yeah,
Those are some of my favorites. Maybe not like all time, but like those are just some of my favorites.
yeah, they're definitely great. So now we're on to the games. underrated, overrated, and trivia. And
Yeah.
since you are the first WFE champion I have on my podcast, today's theme is going to be championships.
Okay.
So for underrated, overrated, tell me if what I state is underrated, overrated, and why you think that.
Okay.
First one, the Winged Eagle Championship.
Ooh. Are we talking like design?
Yeah, the design of the championship.
No, I think that's oof. I think it's an underrated design. I really like that design.
Yeah, yeah. In my opinion, it's my top three favorite belts is that Big Gold and the Undisputed.
Oh yeah, those are some good ones. I
Okay,
love the
next
gold.
one. Yeah, I agree. The TNT Championship.
Overrated. Like I love how they like switch the belts here and there, but like the design, I don't know. I don't really like it. Or the TBS one. It's just I don't know.
Yeah. When I saw the TBS, I was like, I didn't really like it. In the TNT,
Yeah.
I really like how every new champion gets a new design, but like I don't like how it just says TNT right in the middle. Like it, I don't really like it.
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree.
Next, this is just the reigns, not like him in real life. John Cena 16 World Championship reigns.
Okay. I mean, I can't really say underrated or overrated because they were good in general.
So like properly rated.
I mean, I'd say maybe a little overrated.
Mm, I could see like I could kind of see where you're coming from.
Like John Cena's the goat, but I don't want to say underrated either.
Yeah.
You know what I
N-
mean?
Next, Charlotte's 14 title reigns. 14 already.
I'd say underrated because yeah, I despise Charlotte sometimes, but she is still a great champion.
Whoa. Underrated?
Look, it's the daughter of Ric Flair.
I know, but like Ricky Steamboat had a son that left NXT in a year because he wasn't good. Not every child is as good
That is
as their parents.
that
Like,
is true.
yeah,
But Charlotte does prove that she's good if she's 14-time women's champion, you know?
yeah. I don't know. I'm just kind of sick of her. Like, she's good. Same as
No,
Goldberg.
yeah, I agree. I can agree. I am sick of her, no doubt, but she is still a good superstar.
Yeah. With her, Goldberg, and Brock Lesnar, they're great.
Yeah.
And but
Yeah,
I just
totally
get
agree.
sick of them being in the title like picture. Like they're always in the title picture, and I get
No,
sick
yeah,
of it.
I agree.
Next, the 24/7 championship.
Oh, I think they could do more with it.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna say underrated. Like, I mean, sometimes it's like, well, it's basically the title for jobbers, but they could do better with it.
I'm sick of Reginald or
Same.
whatever. Yeah, like
Like, yeah, same.
he's been the champion for so long. Like I think he's gonna be the longest reigning champion soon.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm just sick of him. I liked when they had like a new champion every week. That kept it
Yeah.
like entertaining, something to look
Mm-hmm.
at. But now it's just boring.
Now he's just running to the ring randomly, doing a flip and running away.
For real, his whole gimmick is doing flips.
Yeah.
The next one, there's been a couple of them, so I'm just gonna like put it into one category. But spinner belts.
Ooh. Look, they're cool and all, but they're a little overrated for how people like go crazy over them.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, I love spinner belts. Like, they're sick, but like some people go a little crazy for those things.
Yeah, like I wasn't a fan of Edge's because I'm pretty sure Edge had one for a minute, but like I liked how
Yeah, he had the radar one.
I liked how Cena had it, and I liked how Miz, like once he beat Cena, he like made it so it's permanently upside down, so it's like the M.
Oh yeah, that was sick.
Yeah. Up next, we have the Fiends Championship, the Fiends version of the Universal.
Ooh. I have that in figure form.
Yeah, I mean,
I
low
think
key
it's pretty
scary.
cool.
Like it's like just not pleasant to look at.
It isn't, but in my opinion, it's underrated because Fiend should have had a longer reign.
I
Like it's
100% agree. Like
like the fact that he just got the fact that he got beat by Goldberg just makes me even more mad.
yeah, and they took him off for a match that they didn't even do, because they took him
Yeah,
the belt off of him for Goldberg versus Roman at Mania, but Roman pulled out because of COVID, so they couldn't even do the match.
and then they gave it to Braun Strowman.
Yeah, he had a
You could have
forgettable.
at least did a rematch.
Yeah, but I thought they were gonna have him go against Roman for the Universal title now, but they put him against Bobby.
Yeah.
I'm happy that he's fighting Bobby without the belt, because with the belt, I mean, I'll just get annoyed with it. Like he doesn't need
Mhm.
another championship reign. He's like in his 60s.
Yeah, because
But
now Goldberg can, beat Lashley.
yeah, I know I already mentioned the Fiend Championship, but I know there's been more, so I want to just put them in.
Mm-hmm.
Custom belts in general.
I think they're underrated. I think they're really cool.
Yeah, there's been like the
They have a
smoking
different kind
skull.
of like aspect to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, makes it more unique. Up next, the red strapped Universal Championship. Hold on, can you hear me? I can't hear you. Hold on,
Hello.
I couldn't hear you.
Oh. Oh, I think my phone turned off.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't hear you after I said red strapped Universal Championship.
Underrated. People hated on that belt for so long for no reason.
Yeah, like I like how it's blue, but I also
Mm-hmm.
miss the red strap. Like looking back, it was
Yeah.
pretty cool. I liked it.
That title was like made for Raw.
Yeah,
I miss it being on
and
Raw.
last one, underrated. The last one in underrated, overrated. The women's tag championships.
Ooh, those are underrated. They could do big things with those, and they're not. They're just giving it to random people.
Yeah, and now like the women's tag division is like
It's nothing.
nothing. They
Mm-hmm.
split up Natalia and
To me,
Tamina. I'm
they
pretty
never
sure they split up
fixed it.
Shotzi and Tegan Knox.
Yep. They
So
never
now
fixed them.
like the only tag team is the champions,
Yep.
Nikki and Rhea.
Yeah. Hold on.
Uh,
I'll be right back.
all right. All right. So up next, we're on to trivia. So there's 10 and one bonus one. So
Okay.
You think you're up to it? How much do you think you're gonna get right?
I hope I get them all right. What is the trivia about?
It's all championships, all WWE championships.
Oh, I don't know if I'll get this right then. Hopefully.
Okay. Who is the only member of the Four Horsewomen to not get the NXT Women's Championship?
Becky Lynch.
Correct. Next, who is the first team to hold the NXT Championships and a main roster tag team championships?
The Revival, right?
No.
Oh.
It was American Alpha.
Oh, I knew it. Oh my god, I love that team too. They're like one of my favorite tag teams.
I know. I hate how they split them up, and then
I
Jake
know.
and Jordan went with Angle.
I know. Like American Alpha was one of my favorite tag teams of all time.
Yeah. And didn't like the Usos turn on them? Yeah, isn't that when the Usos turned heel?
Yeah.
Yeah, they attacked. Yeah, I remember
Mhm.
that. Up next, who is the youngest champion ever?
The youngest champion. Oh boy. Youngest champion. Hmm. I think it's Randy Orton, right?
No.
Oh.
This is not
Dominic?
WWE champion, by the way. It's
Oh.
not. It's any like it can be any title.
Sammy Guevara?
No.
Oh.
Nicholas, the kid
Oh
Braun
my
Strowman
god, I
won the
should have
Raw title
known.
with.
I should have
Yeah,
known.
he's the youngest champion ever.
I should have known that.
All right, this next one, I'm kind of setting you up for failure, so I'll give you multiple choice.
Okay.
How many 24/7 championship reigns has R-Truth had?
Oh
42,
god.
42, 52, 62, or 72?
42, right?
No, it was 52.
Jesus, our truth.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my
probably have
god.
like 10 more if Reggie wasn't the champion every week.
Yeah, seriously.
All right. Who was the first ever NXT champion and who did he beat to win it?
It was Seth Rollins, and he. Hear me?
Yeah, it was Seth Rollins and he beat who?
Jinder Mahal.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't think a lot of people know the second part, gender.
Yeah, it was Jinder.
Yeah. Next. Who was the first ever NXT Women's Champion?
It was Charlotte, right?
No.
Oh wait, no. It was Paige. It was Paige. It was Paige.
Yeah. I'll give that to you. Yeah, it was Paige.
I don't know why I was thinking of Charlotte versus Natalia.
Yeah, wasn't that like
The second, like this third, like one of the
yeah.
first takeovers.
Yeah. Next question. So NXT UK, it's been around since 2016, so nearly 5 years. How many NXT UK champs have there been?
Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne, Walter, Ilya Dragunov. So 4.
Yeah, I think it's crazy how there's only been 4.
I know, because each champion holds them for like a year or two.
Yeah, both Walter and Dunn had it for like
A
almost
year and a
600
half.
days. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy. So you got that. Who were the first SmackDown Tag Champs in 2016?
Heath Slater and Rhino, right?
Yeah, he got kids.
I don't give a shit about your kid.
Next one. I think you should get this.
Mm.
Who were the first? No. Who had the longest Intercontinental Championship reign?
Ooh, longest IC title reign. I believe. Don't get me wrong. I believe it was either Razor Ramon or The Miz, right?
No.
Oh, Dolph.
No.
Ooh, Ricky Steamboat.
No.
I'll just guessing at this
Honky
point.
Tonk Man.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The Honky Tonk Man had the longest championship reign.
Huh?
And then
I
he
did
got
not know that.
squashed to Ultimate Warrior in like 12 seconds at SummerSlam.
Oh no.
Okay. This is the last one and then we'll do the bonus question.
Okay.
Who was the last world heavyweight champion? So, who was the last world heavyweight champion before they were unified?
Was it Daniel Bryan?
Hold on, let me help you out. So, it's before both titles were held at the same time. So, like
Oh,
the last singles champion.
Randy Orton, right?
Yeah, Randy
Okay.
versus Cena. TLC 2014.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the bonus question. How many times has John Cena won the WWE Championship?
16 times.
No. He won the World Heavyweight Championship 3. He won the WWE
Oh,
13 times.
oh.
All right, so let me see. You got 1, 2, 3. You got 7 out of the 10 wrong.
Oh.
So you got
Oh,
70%.
I got 7 out of 10 wrong?
I'm at right. My fault.
Oh, hey, I didn't do that bad.
Yeah, you did 70%.
What did. Oh, let's go.
And Damien, he either got 90 or 100.
Oh. Oh.
And lastly, let's get into the fan questions. So I got
Alright.
some of these from your video and my video.
Mm-hmm.
So
Can't wait
Aiden
for these.
Footy 9 asked, "Who was your first figure?"
My first figure was a John Cena and Sheamus basic.
A 2-pack?
No, it was just the basics by themselves.
Oh, you got 2 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when did you start collecting figs?
I started collecting when I was 9, and then I took a break, sort of, like 3-4 years ago, and then I started again this year.
Oh, so you haven't you missed a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot happened during those 4 years.
Do you remember the last elite wave or last couple waves before you stopped collecting?
I think we were in the 50s or 60s at least. Oh, I think
Oh,
before I stopped collecting, I got I was like Elite 60 coming up on 70, maybe. Like Elite 65, I stopped, I think.
so you missed the 67, 69, 70, that run?
Yeah.
That's tough. Me and Damien were just talking about how that's the best
Because what
couple
happened
runs.
was, okay, I got bullied a lot in school about figures. So I get a lot of stuff for this, like a lot of crap on this, but I sold my figures because I
Mm,
couldn't take the hate anymore, you know? Like,
yeah.
so even my own friends sometimes would make fun of me. So I stopped and, I thought, and I was like, hey, if this is what I like to do, I don't care. So I now collect figures again, and yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy that you came to the realization that you're happy and you're
Mm-hmm.
collecting now, but dang, you sold all them?
Yeah, it was a very instant regret, trust me. I had
Yeah.
I had like the New Day pack, I had the Undisputed Era 3 pack, I had Elite 64 Usos,
Oh my god.
I had Shelton Benjamin Elite. I had a lot of gems. I had Defining Moments Razor Ramon, Defining Moments Stone Cold, I think.
That's
I don't
crazy.
I
I
don't
have
even.
the defining moments Razor Ramon, but I lost the titles because I got it when I was like younger, so I lost
Yeah,
the
it's the same.
championships. Okay, CPW asks, "What got you into collecting figures?"
Sorry, can you repeat that? Like lagged out.
Yeah, CPW asks, "What got you into collecting figures?"
So in third grade, there was these kids in my class trading wrestling figures. I was like, "Oh, what is that?" And they were like, "Oh, WWE. You should watch it." So I went home. I That's how I sort of got into wrestling as well. I watched that, and I was like, "Mom, can you get me a WWE figure?" So she went to Walmart and she got me two basics, and that's when the collection started growing.
Yeah, that's cool. I remember trading figs. I had
Mm-hmm.
my biggest regret was I had the Elite 30, no, Elite WrestleMania 30 Undertaker,
Oh.
and I traded that for a basic Edge that was covered in mark and crayons. Like
Oh.
they colored it because I said we'll make the deal before like he actually brought the figure.
Mm-hmm.
So that day we brought the figures and traded it, and I hated it. It was like I was so
Oh,
mad that day.
that sucks.
Yeah, I had like four Elite Undertakers. Like I had the Toys R Us exclusive like 18-0 taker. I lost that. My only taker I have now is he's like an old one. You know how there was a Lost Legend series?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was that taker, but it was from a different series. That was just a re-release of it.
I want to get that new Elite Taker, Elite 85.
Yeah, I want that one. It looks so cool with like, isn't that the
Mm-hmm.
one that comes with the shovel and stuff?
Yeah, from the Boneyard match.
Yeah, I want that.
Yeah, it's sick.
Okay, next. The Prince Delta B asks, "Do you like any other companies than WWE or AEW?"
Yeah, I mean, what got me into other companies before AEW came was Finn Balor because I would watch a lot of his original ROH and NJPW. That's how I found the Bullet Club and the Elite, and that's when I started watching Being the Elite. So,
Yeah, I remember I started watching Being the Elite before AEW. Like,
mm-hmm.
um, I remember when they started it ticking down to the announcement of AEW.
Mm-hmm.
When like,
Yeah,
yeah, I stopped watching Being the Elite now. Now I just watch Sammy's vlogs. But yeah,
I
I used
still watch
to watch.
both of them here and there.
Yeah. Hunter Wrestling Official asked two questions. He asked, "Make your final four, your dream final four in the Royal Rumble, men
Ooh.
and women." So two.
Finn Balor, Kenny Omega, AJ Styles, and Johnny Gargano. I think that would be a goaded fatal four way.
That would be crazy.
I know.
And then for the woman, dream final four and Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Sasha Banks. No. Wait, yeah. Sasha Banks, Io Shirai, Dr. Britt Baker,
Ooh.
and Sky Blue.
Yeah, those are W's. In my opinion, I
Mm.
was gonna say Bailey, Sasha, Charlotte, and
Oh,
Becky.
yeah, that would be
But
cool too. But I was just kind of going off my favorites.
yeah, I like yours too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the second question Hunter asked was actually the same one X Destroyer asked. It was, "How did you come up with the name Balor Boy?"
So people are going to laugh for this, but I actually got it from Grimm. Uh, because if anyone watched when he did the GTS like Grimm's like the wrestling
Mm-hmm.
with the figures, he
Yeah.
said like, "Oh yeah, Balor Boy." So that's where I got the name from. I was like, "Oh, Balor Boy has a cool ring to it," and then I was like, "Oh, because I'm doing content with figures, for short, I would call them Figs." So I did Balor Boy Figs.
That's funny.
I know, right?
Yeah, I used to watch Grimm too.
And I have the voice clip of him saying "Balor Boy."
That's funny though. Next, Aiden does everything asks, do you have any advice for someone starting their own figure company?
Yeah, so I would try and start off with at least like 8 figures. A good 8 figures would be solid. Get an elite scale ring for sure. There's no problem with having the little ring, but sometimes it can be hard to film in.
Mm-hmm.
For me at least, but this is my personal preference. And then you don't have to go all out like I did on my stage, but you can start off with like a simple cardboard box stage. You know, doesn't have to be anything crazy, but you want to have like a decent looking arena if you want to start out.
Yeah. Um, I have a plan for my next pay per view. I'm about to like have this crazy stage, and I'm super excited for it. But yeah,
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah. Next, Visual Jordan asked, "What made you start BBW?"
So what made me start BBW was when I was little, I would watch like the little stop motions of like WWE figures. So like I would watch if anyone knows EWW, I watched like his stop motions a
Yeah,
lot. Like what truly got me inspired into it was G Naughty and MDT, and what made me start BBW was of course like Willie Finesse. Like he really inspired me to get back into like my figure hobby and start BBW. And I truly realized that I'm good at stop motion, and this is something I could do.
I am almost like exactly like you because
Mhm.
I did figure like stop motion about like maybe 2 years ago
Yeah.
because that's when I watched MDT, G Naughty, EWW, and there was someone else I can't remember their name, but I was like that looks cool, I want to do it, and then I gave up on it because I was like I don't
Yeah.
know, I just didn't want to do it anymore. I didn't like how it was coming out, and
Mhm.
then now that I started watching Willie and everyone else doing pick feds, I wanted to do it again. So yeah, now I'm doing it, and
Yeah,
yeah,
and another thing is a lot of people don't know this, but BBW actually originally started out as an IG fed, Instagram pic fed. So you could literally go to my Instagram and scroll down to the bottom of my page, and you'll see the first couple episodes of BBW. I mean, if you scroll all the way down, that's from like 2017 when I was terrible. But if you scroll down a little bit, you can see the episodes 1 through 3 of BBW.
yeah. TTFW is mine. It
Mm-hmm.
kind of makes no sense anymore because I moved to YouTube because I was gonna be exclusively on TikTok. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's literally TikTok figure wrestling.
Yeah, BBW Live was exclusive on TikTok until I got banned, so we had to move that to YouTube.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do something exclusive to TikTok, but I'm on YouTube right now.
Yeah.
Next, ESW asked, will there be a draft featuring TikTokers soon?
You know, this is the thing. I don't let people in my show, but there are some people who are like, "How come you let the TikTok club in my show?" And to be honest, the TikTokers are not gonna be a BBW for long anytime soon because that was just a part of the storyline. Like that was just one thing, and not even all the TikTok club members made it into BBW.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't usually let anyone in my show because of the consequences that come with it. Because I hear from a lot of people about people getting complained that they're not booked and how they want to push, and I just can't deal with all that. So I just use regular wrestlers because that's also what I prefer.
Yeah, like I'm starting to see it kind of because I'm letting a lot of people in.
Mm-hmm.
Like some people are asking, "Can I do this? Can I do this? Can I
Yeah,
leave a group? Can I join a group?" And it's kind of annoying.
yeah. Like once you see it, you're like, oh well, no.
Yeah, I try to ignore it, but like when they keep saying it, it's hard to just ignore it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Next, Yeet Kids Mars Bars asked, "Why did you make the TikTok club?"
So originally, the TikTok club was just so me and Yeet Kids had the idea. Well, originally I had the idea actually to make a collab pay per view with some of TikTok's like Fig Fetters,
Yeah.
and I started messaging some people on IG and pulling a couple strings. So originally it was me, Yeet Kids, CHW, Connor Attack, Ghost One Out, WHS, JCW. I think who else? I'm not sure. I think was it DEW? I'm not sure, but there were a bunch of us creators who made TikTok Mania, which
Yeah.
was our big collab pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So
I'm
yeah.
excited for Autumn Ambush. It's looking good.
Oh yeah, the card is great. Matches are great. I'm telling you, you should be looking forward to it. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah. Okay. Ethan the wrestling guy asked, "What keeps BBW going?"
I actually saw this question. I thought about this question, and I realized it's everyone. It's everyone that supports me. Like sometimes there's days where I just do not want to film. Like I don't want to get out of bed, or I just don't feel like it. But you guys keep me going because I realize, oh no, I gotta get this out for everybody by this, and I gotta do this because people want to see this. And like the motivation comments I get too, like, oh, I love your show, like you're so good at stop motion, like that, just like little stuff like that, just makes me so happy and makes me keep going, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like it's great to, it's like it hits different to hear all the different feedback and people telling you how great you are at something that you really put your time into and spend time on.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
AFWE asked, "How did you remake TikTok Club, and what went into 1.0 and 2.0?"
So I just explained what went to 1.0. I got some of the, my, some of the, better TikTokers. Pretty much the OG TikTok fig fetters at that point. I got together. What went into 2.0 was me, Caden, and me, Ghost went out, I should say, and Damien wanted to remake the TikTok club because we combined with Wrestling Figure Club, and there was 20 of us, and it just wasn't working out, and a lot of people were leaving, so we just restarted it as a whole.
Yeah. And last question, by who person who was on the last one, Damien Wrestling Figs asks, "What made you start fetting?" Well, I guess you already answered that question, but if you want to reword it or something.
But yeah, it was
Yeah.
it was a lot of the people I saw on TikTok, from Ghost One Out to Willie, and from YouTube to MDT and G Naughty. There was a lot of people, and WSC actually too. He made me like he was also a big inspiration.
And yeah, that's all I have. I thank you for being on here.
Oh
I
yeah,
appreciate
thank
it.
you for having me. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoy this episode and give Brady some support because he spends his quality time doing this for you guys, and it's really entertaining and fun.
Yeah, and I have everything scripted out in front of me. Like I have all the questions and stuff in front of me. But like, um, yeah, I have the draft coming up tomorrow. Exodus Fest. Oh, actually, by the time this comes out, it would have already happened. Like,
Yeah,
uh,
go watch it, everybody.
um, it comes out tomorrow. You want to know how you do in the draft?
Sure.
Um, you're gonna be early, so like, you're gonna be one of the early ones. You will be draft pick number 3 for
Oh,
Cold Heart. Yeah, for Cold Heart. Draft
that's
pick number 3.
awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, and you may or may not have a match in my next pay per view. I'm not gonna say anything. You may or may not. But
Nice.
yeah. Do you have anything you want to plug before we leave?
No, not really. In the near future, just stay tuned for Halloween Havoc. I think it personally, I think it's gonna be one of my best pay per views. I'm gonna put a lot of time into this.
Yeah. And everyone go listen to Count Out Figs podcast on
Yes, thank
WWB's
you.
YouTube. I'll put that down in the description.
Episode 2, we're gonna play a little Would You Rather, and then episode 3, we have our first guest.
Yeah. I got a couple guests lined up. Hopefully, I can get the birthday boy Willie Finesse. I don't know, but maybe
Hey,
episode
that'd
10.
be crazy.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a big name for episode 10.
Nice.
But yeah, we're only on episode 3, so we got some time to go. But
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Well, thank you
Yeah.
for having me, Brady.
No problem. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
been
Thank
like
you.
an hour.
Yeah, about.
Yeah, so
Have a good day, bro.
you
And
too.
have a good night or day, everyone who's watching this.
Yeah. Goodbye.
All right. See ya.
Time has come and gone for worse. 1,000 threats I've heard before. And all your words are too late today.